I've now shown the basic trading methods to go from 0 coins all the way up to 100,000 coins in FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. Now it's time to start looking at trading with more expensive cards that will give you a much bigger profit. That way we don't need to get hundreds of cards with the likes of bulk bidding. Instead, we can just get a couple and we'll be making the exact same amount of coins. Before I do get into the video, if you enjoy the content here and want to see a bit more from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Every single week, we're uploading the latest news and the latest tutorials so that you can get the most out of Ultimate Team. So if you are interested, then make sure you are following the channel. Getting back into the video, today we're going to look at a trading method that has been around for years. You have a very simple search parameter that can be used to find cheap deals way below market value. This is, of course, the 1-2-3 method. With the 1-2-3 method, you'll set up a minimum bid amount, a max bid amount, and then increase the minimum buy now to be a lot higher. This will help you find deals which are considerably cheaper compared to the buy now. And in most cases, this ends up being a very good way for you to find good deals. Good deals that haven't really brought the attention of other players yet, so therefore they haven't been able to bid them up to a higher amount. This gives us traders the opportunity to add these players to the watch list and wait for them to get to a suitable time where we can place a bid. And hopefully the bid amount that we put in will be the final price that expires at, so that we can sell them on for a decent amount of coins. So let's actually get into what you need to do. First off, head over to the transfer market and you want to put these parameters in. 10,000 coins minimum bid, 20,000 coins max bid, and 30,000 coins minimum buy now. And already you can see exactly where this method gets its name from. For every other parameter, you don't need to do anything. You just search the market and go across. Now we're going to be using a technique that we have talked about in previous videos. You just want to go across until you find a player with a bid on. If they have a bid on, it most likely means that their lowest buy now is considerably higher. So this is just a good indication to use instead of having to compare the price or search the price for every single player that you come across. You just want to be finding the good deals and you want to be going straight to them. So just look for those with bids on. Once you find a player with a bid on, you could do one of three things. The first thing that you can do is quickly add that player to your watch list, back out to the transfer market and search that player by name to find their lowest buy now. This is the longest way in which you can do it. The second way is that you create a completely new second account. And with this second account, you can open it up on the web app, either on a PC that's nearby, a laptop, a tablet, a phone, and you can quickly type the name in over there where you'll find that exact player and find their lowest buy now. This way is fairly quick and very reliable if you do already have a second account. If you don't, well, it's going to take some time because you need to go through a completely new account and get that all set up. And finally, the way that I actually use for this video, because I want it to be extremely quick, I use Footbin. With Footbin, you can type the player's name in and it will give you the price across all three platforms, being Xbox, PlayStation, and then PC/Stadia. This is a very quick way in which you can find player prices, but it doesn't always mean that it's reliable. It doesn't update every single player every single second, so there are times when certain player prices get missed. But it does give you a rough ballpark of where you're able to sell that player for, and that's realistically all we need. It doesn't always need to be the lowest on the market, especially when we're looking at the players that we're dealing with in this video. So once you do finally come across a player with a bid on, you can pick one of those three options to find the rough ballpark of that player's price. And if there's room for you to make profit based on the bid, then you're going to place a bid in. Now there is one thing that you need to remember, and this is the 5% EA tax. The overall aim with this trade method is to make at least 1,000 coins profit after you sell that player and after EA tax. Now there are times where I will accept, say, 400 coins profit on a card. Of course, this doesn't sound like a great deal when you're putting up 10 to 20,000 coins just to make 400 coins profit, but it all depends on the card. Every single week we get new special cards, whether it be a team of the week or some other promo. Whilst these promos are active, they're constantly being packed and listed by other people. These are the types of players I'm happy to make 400 coins on because I can get them very easily on the market. I can list them straight away and sell them relatively quickly. Not just that, it's likely that I'll go back onto the market and find several other deals of the exact same player. A very good example of this is Teixeira. He recently got a Road to the Knockout card and he was showing up every time I searched the market. And every time that I came across him, he was going for about 12,500 coins, but at the time he was selling for about 14,000 to 14,500. So I was happy to go for a max of 13,000 coins on this type of player, which does mean if I was to sell him at 14,000 coins, which was his minimum, after EA tax, I'm only making 300 coins profit. But because of how many times I did search the market and every time that he was there and every time he was at a very similar price, it meant that I really didn't need to do much work. I already knew what he sold for because I've had to search him up so many times before, so I simply just put a bid in and move across to the next player. For literally just a couple seconds for me to select that player, place a bid and then move on to the next to make just a couple hundred coins profit, it was worth me doing. So I ended up getting a lot of Alex Teixeira for the road to the knockout card. And I was either making 300 coins profit once I sold him at 14,000 coins, or I was making about 775 coins if I was to sell him at 14,500. Not a crazy amount, but as said, it was very simple for me to get these trades. And you will come across them yourself. As you are going through this method, a lot of the time you will find players that belong to the current team of the week or the current promo. And this is the only time in which I'll accept anything less than 1,000 coins. For this video as well, it's worth mentioning that at the time in which I was trading, which wasn't a great time, the best players to trade with were those that were special cards. Now you can use the 1-2-3 method and look at rare gold players. It's just at the time of this recording, it wasn't smart for me to do so. There was way too much attention for these types of players, so much so that they ended up going for a few hundred or even a few thousand coins more than the lowest buy now. And these are the types of people that were actually bidding on these players to actually get them for the team rather than making trades. So I made a decision just to stay away from rare golds, but you can use them. The best time to look at rare golds is once there is a new promo released. With new promos comes a lot of players loading up on FIFA points to use those FIFA points to open packs in hope that they can get some of those new special cards. And any other types of rare golds that they get along their way, they're instantly listing them on the market to get more coins and hopefully use those coins to open more packs. This is where it's a great time for us traders to actually look at these rare gold cards and actually place some bids in, because you can get them way below market value. And this is where you can get some very, very good deals. Depending on your coin balance, there are also other variations of this that you can use to best suit you. If you're watching this video and you haven't got 100,000 coins, then you can go for the cheap version, where you do 1,000 coins minimum bid, 2,000 coins maximum bid, and 3,000 coins minimum buy now. Still the 1-2-3 method, it's just now we're doing it for much cheaper cards. And you can do this for bronze, silver, or even cheap rare gold players. If you have more than 100,000 coins, and let's say you're pushing to just over 1 million right now, you can actually look at the expensive version, which is going to be 100,000 coins minimum bid, 200,000 coins max bid, and 300,000 coins minimum buy now. Now you're starting to look at very good, high-rated, expensive gold players, informed players, which are very desirable, and some of the cheap icons, all of which can be used to help you make coins. Now, if you're going to be going into these different variations, there is one thing to mention. With the cheap deals, you're able to make a lot more trades, and once you take into that 5% EA tax, you're probably not going to be making 1,000 coins after each trade, but you're going to be able to make a couple hundred coins after every trade, and this will stack up quite quickly. You'll actually be able to get a lot more trades on the cheaper end than anything else. With the expensive variation, you're not going to be able to make as many trades, but once you do come across something good, you don't just want to be making 1,000 coins. Now we are starting to put up hundreds of thousands of coins that it's not worth just making a 1% on top. You want to be making 10, 20, 30% on top, which means 10k, 20k, or 30k in profit after the 5% EA tax. These types of deals don't come along every couple of seconds, so you may have to wait a bit until you come across something good. With this type of method, it requires you to be a lot more active. You need to constantly be searching for you to constantly be finding those deals. It's not the case with other methods that we've shown on this channel, such as bulk bidding, where you do just spend 5 minutes just to go and find a player, bid on them, fill your watch list, wait just another couple minutes for them all to expire, list them, and then you can go away for an hour where you come back and you can do the whole thing all over again. With this type of method, it's going to take a lot more time, but you'll be rewarded for your efforts. The last thing to say about this method, and is actually more about the market in general, this year the market is constantly dipping. Player prices prices are at a ridiculous low as of right now. And it seems like with other promos coming out, it's just going to get lower and lower. So if you're going to be making trades, make sure that you get these trades sold before a new promo is released. Otherwise, you'll find that it's going to be extremely difficult for you to sell those players after the new promo. This is all because of other people panic selling their cards so that they can get the most out of them, and this forces player prices to continue to drop. And once that happens, you're just not going to be able to sell whatever trades you have, and you may even make a loss. But this is only if it's just before a new promo. If it's after a promo, then go for it. You'll be perfectly fine. This is actually the best time in which you can find rare gold players, as we've already talked about. This is where you'll be able to make a couple thousand coins profit on each card, as people just aren't looking to bid on those. Anyway guys, this is the 1-2-3 method within FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. I've been using this recently with around 600k, and I've been able to get a lot of trades. These trades keep on building up, allowing me to make even more trades where I'm able to make even more coins, and now we're approaching about 1 million coins, and that is where we can take it to a whole other level. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in a comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now, I'm going to see ya.